Okay, welcome. This recording is basically my plans for 2024 for playing games, and actually, as you can see by the screen, this is the Tack Up Wargaming. I think they also call themselves the War Room. The three guys that do the video recording put out a challenge, play 10 games in 2024, and identify them. I sent them an email with my list, and thank you very much, Dean. You went ahead and posted it on the Facebook site here, the group site. So I made the deadline, but I thought I'd go ahead and do a recording of the 10 games I identified. And yeah, some of them you're already seeing on my YouTube channel. So, but anyway, we'll jump right into it. Hopefully this won't be too long a video. The first game, of course, Battles in the East, Volume 1. Bagration, and you do see see that I notate if there's a VASSAL mod because I like to. I mean, I own the games physically, but it's easier to play on my computer since I'm an IT professional and I can pretty much play it anyway via VASSAL. So, first one is Battles in the East, Volume 1. I got the BGG site up for that, and actually I have finished the scenario. You can see I've posted a number of sessions here on my YouTube channel and then referenced them on the BGG. I played the Bagration, stopped, and actually it's a great system. You can tell it is a great system because I've also got it in my lineup for Battles in the East Volume 2. No particular, rough order here, but this is an interesting, my summary is I like the system, so I look forward to trying other scenarios here. These are, I think, pretty much all my posts right here. And then the next game is A Wing and a Prayer. This is what I'm in the middle of. And again, I'm only on mission 2. I don't know how long I'm going to play it, but there's a 5-mission scenario, 1942. But this is Masters of the Air is playing this. This kind of makes it feel similar. And I just finished recording, finally getting home from mission 2, and it was brutal. Video should go up shortly. So who knows? Depending on how this goes, there's 25 missions. I'm only through 2. If you play the full campaign, maybe I'll just play this throughout the year because this is interactive. It's cool. And I've also talked to, or he dropped me a line. Here we go. Yes, Shikol. I don't know how to pronounce that code name, but he actually has done modifications. He did a lot of modifications for the 2.4 version that came from Lock and Load that I'm using. And he sent me some draft 3.0 stuff, which I'm right now reviewing, but I may incorporate that into my playthrough, and I'll do a video there on that a little later. So I'm in this right now, Wing and a Prayer. And again, not necessarily in any order because I did identify 8th Air Force Fortress games. Now, there's been a lot of videos on these, so I may push my playthrough back a little, not immediately after this, after Wing and a Prayer or during Wing and a Prayer, but I made a VASSAL mod for that, and there's also 20th Air Force for the bombing of Japan, so I'm really interested in trying that system out. I do have B-17 Flying Fortress Leader, but there's some people making videos for that, and that's got a lot of overhead, so I may be able to more easily get into 8th Air Force. But again, I'm going to up in the air about when I want to rotate it into the mix, but that's on the list, so I'm going to play it this year. And then next I have, yes, a big one, maybe a lifestyle one. I actually hunted this one down after the fact. I didn't think I wanted it, but then I heard some reviews, especially Clark Commando, like totally praising the game. So I kind of view this as a lifestyle game, maybe one of those. So I did pick this up, and I'm going to tackle it. The only thing I'm waiting on is there is a mention down here. Somebody talks about there's a beta VASSAL mod, and they're going to come out with a release VASSAL mod, hopefully before the end of the month. I saw that in one of the comments here, so that's critical because I'm not going to make a VASSAL mod for this. I mean, I guess I could, but just for a small chunk. But So I definitely want to get into this because I view learning this system as a lifestyle game, something you can keep doing, especially with that, what is it, it's called, where you can roll the dice, get a different result from World War I, etc. So look forward to jumping in this. Number one as my number one of my big complex games of the year. And then number two, which I also picked up from VUCA, Red Strike. I've always been interested in World War III. Active duty Navy. I was in the 80s. I was in the Navy, so this is kind of my time period. Um, so Red Strike, and they've got some. I don't have to get into the full campaign from what I've seen. They've got nice bite-sized scenarios. So I may work my way through this system. I have some other World War III games I'm interested in, but this came out, picked up a copy, and going to give this a playthrough. So that's my other big complex. I don't know if I'd call it lifestyle because this is the whole war, but still big, complex, meaty from what I've read. It's got air, it's got land, air, and naval solid subsystems. So definitely I'm going to give this a try too, and it's got a VASSAL mod. And then of course, like I mentioned, I'm going to put Battles in the East Volume 2 in the rotation. At this point I may have to make a VASSAL mod for it. I've been asking Decision Games about it. I've even offered to I've made VASSAL mods for them before too, so if they don't have it in the pipeline, again, little blurb, I'd love to make the VASSAL mod for this. I made one for my Bagration stopped. These games definitely deserve VASSAL mods. So, but if I have to, I will go ahead. So this is one of the first ones. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to make a VASSAL mod for that I haven't. I've already made it for 8th Air Force from Fortress Games, so that's already made. But probably going to need to make one for this, and then get back in. I don't know which one I want to do. Uman or Guderian around Tula. Depends. I'll make that call as we get closer, and then I'll make the mod for it. Then I'm going to rotate in a pair of Minden games that actually I picked up on Wargame Vault. I got PDFs, and I've dabbled with this one before. Retro is the, and I think it's up to version 5, so that's not the cover. And you can get it on Wargame Vault. This is kind of a stripped down version of ASL. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, retro makes it palatable, but still, it's got enough crunch. And they've even got solitaire capability. And of course, learning this, I've got ASL, I've got the rules, I've got the PDF version of it too. I've also got starter kits, all of them, which they're not as complex, but still, you got to spend some time. But the interest in retro now is any of the ASL scenarios potentially can be played using this, and they've got generations. So I definitely want to explore this. I played one scenario a few years ago, and it seemed doable. It's got a unique something called a hesitation rule that handles kind of morale checks and all that. So I am very interested in putting this system through its paces again because, and you can add ASL rules to it. There it is. Hesitation places most of defensive fire rules. So in theory, that opens up all that ASL stuff. And of course, there's VASSL out there, the VASSAL version of that. So this one's ready to rock and roll. So I'll get a scenario or two of this in here, and potentially opens up everything. Let's see, and then the next one I have in my lineup is also Minden Games. He came out with Uboat Captain Advanced Edition. This is, of course, submarine warfare, U-boats, World War II, single one going on patrol. And yes, it does parallel the classic. I mean, the main ones we get from GMT Games. And I even forget their names. The Pacific one, and you even got the Italian one, and then there's even a World War I one out there from another publisher. But I thought I'd give this one a shot. And this one I will have to build a VASSAL mod for, which is fine. And I did, one or two people have mentioned, I did a VASSAL mod for some other stuff. They ask where's some good stuff on the YouTube to build a VASSAL mod. So considering recording my process of building this VASSAL mod just as a reference. But then try some Uboat commands here using this rule set here. He's got a number of other interesting naval rule sets and other things you can find on his Minden Games, his website and or Wargame Vault. If you want to do print and play, or in my case, it's VASSAL for everything. So that's in the lineup. And now return to an oldie but a goodie, OSG. Their Napoleonic series. Library of Napoleonic Battles. It's time to go back. The last one I played was a year or two ago, Corunna, with the Brits defending Corunna from the French attack, trying to catch them before they evacuated. This time I'm going to Russia. Don't know which one, but there's VASSAL modules, and I, just get into this system too because there are so many games here, and I did have a good experience. I think I did 2 of them, Quatre Bras initially, and then I did the Corunna scenario of Napoleon's battles in Spain, or it wasn't Napoleon at that point, but all good experiences, so I would look forward to coming back and revisiting this. And then my last game in the lineup, I think that gets me to 10. I will play in December because December is the month of Battle of the Bulge. And, I have a number of Bulge games I'd like to try. I think the last Bulge game I did last December was the SBI one, Battle for the Ardennes. Yeah. And I've got some other ones I'd love to try, but I think this was kind of influenced by watching Zilla Blitz face off for Battle of the Bulge games. And I like the FCS system. You can get into it too. There's a VASSAL mod. I know there's more complex and more detailed stuff. I do have time for trumpets. But I think Ardennes too is my choice here. Of course, this is a long way off, but this will be my yearly Bulge game. Don't know if I wanted to do a yearly market garden. I don't have this obviously in this lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I got 10. I think there's 10 there. But yeah, this is my Bulge game here. Yeah, you can count them here. I got 10. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. So general order, I don't know. Yeah, I got 2 big ones here, Axis and Empire's Ultimate and Red Strike. And then I'm looking forward to getting into some of these Minden games just to see how they play out. Good to get back into Library of Napoleonics. Got to do that once a year. And then we'll see Battles in the East. Yeah, I got the second one in a loop, and they've got a 3rd and 4th volume coming out. So potentially that's worth looking here. Yeah, but there's Battles in the East, number 1. Yeah, and I just put this here. Yeah, here's their stuff on BGG 2024 Room 10 War Game Challenge. That's what I'm doing. Listed the games. There they are on Facebook. 2 games before the end of April, January, February, March, April. Well, I'm there. Got Battles in the East. I'm working through Winging a Prayer. The question is, what's next? What's next? I don't know in this loop. Yeah, if you listen to this, give comments. Let me know, starting from 3 to 9, because the Bulge game has to be in December. I don't know what you would be interested in seeing what's next. Little overhead for Uboat, but then I'll be recording making the VASSAL mod, so that may be good. And I got to make it for this one. That one's a little more involved. And then I hope, well, Axis and Empires is waiting on the VASSAL mod. So I may need to start getting into Red Strike just because of the overhead. We'll see. If you want to give comments back on what you think I should do, I will. Oh, bonus. If you play one of your games in the month it occurred, well, that's what I'm going to do. Or if you play at least one game each month in 2024. Okay. Yeah, if you play a game that you played in a previous challenge, well, this is my first one. Yeah, and I did send him an email, although this is a little later. So anyway, that's my plan for 2024. And like I said, I'm deep into this one. Doing this at the same time as Masters of the Air, so I do get this sense in this last mission I haven't posted yet, but I'll probably post it after this. Well, I'll probably post this after that. Last mission they made it home, but it feels just like the last episode of Masters of the Air. I'll let you guess which one. Yeah, but beyond that, any feedback's appreciated. But this should keep me busy this year, along with jobs, teaching, and family. So anyway, thanks for listening. We're at 15 minutes. That's a good stopping point. And we will see you at the next video, which probably will be mission 3 of A Wing and a Prayer, and maybe incorporating some of that 3.0 beta stuff. I'm kind of comparing to see how much different it is and stuff. And then after that, I don't know, probably going to start digging into Red Strike, unless, of course, Axis and Empire's Vassal mod shows up. So that's the plan. I will end it here. Thanks for listening. Click like if you like, subscribe if you haven't. And otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Thanks.